morning and welcome to the Haven Financial Group radio show. I'm Larry Kolvig, founder and CEO of the Haven Financial Group. Thanks for listening this morning. Where every week we come to you and talk about everything that's going on in the economy, things to avoid, retirement, how to get there, how to stay retired. If you have any questions throughout the show, please give us a call at 612-504-8400 or visit us online at havenfinancialgroup.com. All kinds of retirement tools on the site, very interactive. And of course, the calendar of educational events, which we do many educational events because it's so very, very important. Kim, good to be with you.
Great to be with you, Larry. Yeah, I wanted to ask you about some of the educational events before we got started today. I know that you have a new facility there in the office space. Tell everybody about that and some of the programs that are coming to it.
Well, celebrating our 10-year anniversary, we just finished in that 10-year our third or fourth expansion, where we now have an education center with some additional offices. But the goal there is to do internal education classes starting here the week after next. This coming week, where we have two back-to-back classes. It started as one, where the local police department's coming in and do a fraud prevention hour-and-a-half class, and it was so well received that we are at capacity for both classes. We added a class, and technically we could add another one, but the police department that day isn't available because we had so many people sign up. So again, a good thing, fraud prevention today with all the scammers and everything. I think people really want to know what they should be aware of. And again, all our educational events are very well attended, which means, the listeners, people out there are listening, or they're looking for answers and looking for viable sources to get good information, because anybody can go to the internet and find out any answers, right, wrong, or indifferent. And accuracy with retirement, as you and I talk every week, is so extremely important.
Absolutely. It certainly is. Before we move on here, which, by the way, congratulations, about 10 years. Congratulations on this fabulous class. I wish I could be in attendance because the issue of fraud is just running rampant and people taking advantage of other individuals. And so I think that's just a great class to be holding. What are some of the other, so if people are wondering, what are some of the other classes that you guys offer, and who do you offer them to?
We offer them to our existing clients and, of course, the public in the form of, we do classes and have for years at Dakota County Tech and other colleges. We just last week had a Medicare Made Simple class at that site. We'll have other Medicare Made Simple classes, Social Security and tax classes, a lot of those. Retirement dinner workshops throughout the course of the year where we cover all retirement topics. Multiple personalities here at Haven that do that class, and investment classes. So go to our site, a variety of classes throughout the year. But again, it's all about getting the education. And naturally, through that, we're able to help a lot of folks throughout the course of the year make good retirement decisions and give them confidence that, hey, we're doing the right thing. Somebody's paying attention. And actually, you guys at Haven Financial Group actually care, and you're listening. And that does mean a lot to us.
It certainly does. And it means a lot to those who are working with you, no doubt, Larry. HavenFinancialGroup.com, folks. That is their website. If you're interested in attending one of these educational seminars that you've heard Larry talking about, be sure you go on. You can see the variety of different topics that will be offered over the next couple of months. You'll see the locations. You'll need to sign up because they do need a number. They're not asking for you to pay. They're just asking you to let them know if you're going to be in attendance. Again, that's havenfinancialgroup.com. What a great service you guys are providing there, Larry, no doubt. Let's take a look at today's show. We got a good one. This is called Keys to Staying Retired for Good. During the course of today's show, we're going to talk about how you answer your retirement income questions. And then we'll take a look at how you spend time and money and how they go hand in hand. And then we will address the issue of how to expect the unexpected in retirement. Life happens, as they say. And then finally, don't make these mistakes after you've retired. I thought this was really an interesting concept. Keys to staying retired for good. Now, does that sort of implies that people don't stay retired for good, Larry?
Well, it does for a variety of reasons. Maybe being ill prepared, not having enough money put aside, having to go have to back to work. So we don't like to see that because when you make that retirement decision, most do it once. Now there are some maybe that do it again because they go back to work because they didn't like retirement, but that's really few and far between. So as we'll talk about in today's show, many people think of retirement as just working all these years to get a lump sum of cash. And the earnings years obviously are important. But then what do you do with that money? No more paycheck, no more work, retired. Now what? How do you generate regular income for the rest of your life and sustain that? And if you're married, for you and your spouse or significant other, for many, many, many years, for many, retirement could be 20, 30, 35 plus years, which for some is a third of their life. That takes some preparation. And if you're not prepared, you might not be ready for the long haul as much as you think.
Absolutely. So let's break down today the way that you create a retirement income strategy that supports your lifestyle. And that includes, your savings. It includes what it is you love to do. It includes protecting you when maybe you need cash for some of those surprises or healthcare issues, so on and so forth. So let's get started first by answering that all important question. I think as people prepare for retirement, they wonder, how do I get income? How does that work?
Well, it's turning your income, the money that you've worked for all these years, into a regular income stream. Now, when people come in, we're going to look at Social Security as one income stream. Do you have pensions? And if so, will that be for the rest of you and your spouse if you're married's life? And then how do we generate income for the rest of it? And is that going to be enough? Because income in retirement is the name of the game for a variety of reasons. Creating that income for the things that we talk about that you need, which is obviously food, housing, utilities, transportation, and providing a sense of security blanket, the essential living expenses, if you will. And then you probably want to have a sustained lifestyle, whether that's travel, hobbies, leisure, the country club, fishing, whatever that may be, grandkids. And that takes money and, of course, income as well. So the needs and the wants really come into play. You mentioned one that I say almost every week, which is very undervalued, or people don't think of the healthcare costs so much. There's a lot of people that continue to work simply for healthcare. And I'm telling you, healthcare is not going down. So again, how do you cover those medical insurance premiums? Any potential long-term care needs? How do you manage those costs? And boy, that's a very, very big number for the average citizen, average American that's going to live 10, 20, 30 years. It's a big number, so we have to plan accordingly.
Sure. We also have to plan for inflation protection because inflation has certainly been the name of the game in the last 4 years, 5 years, and that could continue for quite some time.
It certainly could. And it'll come full circle again. The markets and everything goes up and down. Inflation's been high for several years. It's starting to get a little bit under control, but, again, over time, it will come back. So you have to plan accordingly. When we built out retirement plans, we're factoring in a higher inflation rate than what the average or what the Fed is trying to accomplish of 2%. Why do we do that? Planning for the worst, hoping for the best. Is your money going to live are you covering longevity risk? Right. The fear of outliving your income, or do you have some sort of financial tool you're using, maybe an annuity, that's giving you guaranteed lifetime income? Maybe a great idea. And of course, we're very, very big on having a very good balanced attack of having good liquidity, money in the bank, accessible, or money that's in the stock market, however appropriate for your needs and your comfort level, and then having some investments that really, really can give you some growth, but not as aggressively, but can cover the losses and not give you any of the market losses. So all of these important, and you never stop talking about debt. Probably people are sicker than bluer in the face, and but why do we got to talk about debt? Because debt can really erode that savings for retirement. And that's extremely important to maybe have a budget and some of these things. And maybe you've done a good job. Maybe you have the wherewithal. Maybe you have saved. Maybe you're frugal. we see that as a common denominator of a lot of folks that are doing well. If legacy is important, estate planning, Carrie, Anna, and Keith are estate planning attorneys here at Haven Financial Group. And I tell you what, most people don't have a good estate plan. All of these things are important. It may sound overwhelming, but at the end of the day, by having a good idea of what's going on might protect your psychological well-being and give you peace of mind, reduce that stress and uncertainty and anxiety, which I see, unfortunately, a lot of retirees have because they haven't done a good job of retirement planning.
Right. Well, when it comes to retirement, you've proven it, having a consistent, regular income is absolutely crucial for keeping your finances in check. So it's not just about covering those basics. It's about having the means to live the life that you've always wanted. And of course, taking care of yourself when it comes to health and being prepared for all those things that life may throw your way. And we all know life happens. If these are issues that you need a partner to join you and to make sure that you're doing, if you've questioned how you'll draw income from your retirement savings, if you maybe have not saved the way you think you should have, and you might be surprised that you have, and you're just looking to talk to someone, give them a call at Haven Financial Group. It's 612-504-8400. 612-504-8400. Tell them you heard us right here on the radio and set up an appointment. Go in and see our friends there at Haven Financial Group very soon. Coming up next, how you spend time and money. Believe it or not, they go hand in hand. This is the Haven Financial Group Radio Show.